Okay. I'm just gonna start talking. I don't have any notes or anything because I tend to think and then I try to spit it out. I try to get my thoughts out and it just doesn't, it's never perfect. So I'm just gonna start talking. Anyway, I want to talk about past, present, future, life, game of life, my experiences, stuff I think about, because I've never been able to stop thinking. I definitely tried. I've tried all the vices. They help a little bit for a short bit. But I used to think a lot when I was like in middle school, thinking negatively, just because I was in a situation. And before I start talking about all this shit, I don't want to shame anyone or anything like that. Well, I kind of am, but only if they deserve it. Otherwise, I'm just trying to tell my side of the story because I'm not one to really want to be my life be picked apart, or for everyone to know everything about me. But I'm gonna give a little insight into my story and everything, because I know in 100, or like not even 100, less than 100 years, like I'm 21 right now, and in about 50, 60 years, I'm gonna be real stupid and old.
Hello.
And the only thing that's gonna be the internet, good or bad, it's gonna be around, I think, for a while in the future. It's already, it's already here and it's here to stay for sure. And these YouTube videos will probably most likely be here for a long time till, whatever happens to the internet gets shut down or whatever, I don't know. Unlikely, but so I know that, my story is not going to matter in the long run. So I'm going to put it out there and maybe people can get insight or about and use insight into to help them with their own life and navigate their own experiences and stuff of similar nature. So I was thinking about an analogy, something where when you look at, I'm like a human watcher, a people watcher, whatever they call it. I like to observe people, body language, behavior, just stuff like that, what they say, and it's a good thing to do because you kind of just, I feel like it's natural for people to do that. You get a standing of the social hierarchy. Hierarchy.
You stupid.
People are like an exhibit at a zoo, right? Like their reality is the cage, and then they're the little monkey, and that's how they behave, their behavior and stuff. Like you're at the outside of their little cage and you're watching them like that. And some people have their limits, what they believe that keep them, that are like a bar on the cage, right? It's like a bar on the cage. What they're willing to believe and stuff. Some people have like a bigger cage. They have a more open mind for things. They're not so set in their beliefs.
You need to pay attention to people so you can see
What they're about, what they believe, what their morals, what they believe is morally right and wrong, and how they behave towards others. Just try to understand it. And because a lot of people are also wearing a mask too. I grew up understanding this because I'm pretty sure my step grandma like raised me was a narcissist. Every action points to that. I'm not a psychologist or anything, but in person, she would act nice. You think this girl is your friend. You think this lady's your friend, right? She puts on this smile. She'll do nice things for you. She had a like embroidery business. She'd make you a purse. Maybe a little discount. You know, smile to your face, and when you turn around, just tell all people your business and, all this other shit. And when she came home, the facade, the veil would completely drop, and she'd become mean, hostile, and just controlling of the whole environment and everything. Yeah, so I grew up very just sad and depressed and in my head too much, and wasn't good. So if I could give advice to my younger self, it'd be to try to get out of your head and just the moments I can, like at school, with friends, just live it up, get out of my head, try to have fun, not be so negative about people and everything.
So,
Life is kind of a game of appearance, I learned. You can pretend to be something you're not, and people will fall for it a lot of times. Not everyone has like a bullshit detector. I kind of do now that I've experienced that. It's good to take stuff that you've learned, stuff from your experiences, and just don't look at everything in a negative light. Like, why does this have to be like this? Why is this person in my life? Like, what are they instead? Like, what are they teaching you? Obviously, take control of your life. Because a lot of time, I never wanted to participate in this game, appearance, and this game, like pretend with people, acting like I wasn't dealing with shit and just pretending to be happy and all this other stuff. I just let people get me down. Now, I kind of just don't let people bother me, get to me as much. You have to be unbothered in life, and now I'm actively participating in this game, even though I didn't want to, but I need to, and I need to take control of my life instead of just letting life control me. You have to participate. You have to get a job. You have to, if you want to live, you need to start taking action. You need to start writing down what you want for your future to look like how you want to be. You have an authentic version, but that's only what you believe is your authentic self. So you can change yourself. And I generally want to be a person that can be inspiring. I'm a silly person at heart too. Like, I love to laugh. I love to make people laugh. So, yeah, so doing this real talk thing is not really something I want very often, but I think I could genuinely help benefit people, and just seeing me talk about stuff probably help them. So that's what I'm gonna do, and it feels pretty good. Just get it out there. Um, I've started to realize that I chase validation and acceptance a lot just because I've been alone and I haven't had friends, and I just want somebody to connect with, and I just feel loved. So I give girls too much attention and don't set proper boundaries and attention. Like, I give them too much time and too horny, too just too much. I have to like back off, focus on myself, realize I still have goals. Because girls hate it when being the center of attention. They don't like it. Every girl says they want that, and never a good thing. Because even if you get that, it's just not good. It just feeds their ego and just makes you boring when you're that guy that does that. So you really need to focus on your own goals, because you're also sabotaging yourself and your future by doing this. Make her a priority, but don't forget about your priorities in life. And same with other people. You need to set proper boundaries with people. Don't let them drain your energy, because I used to just constantly, well, constantly, but like sometimes I would try to get people to understand me who were just insisted on misunderstanding me all the time. Like, they never are gonna understand my point of view from things. They're their own point of view. They're gonna have their own point of view. People always, no matter what, they have their own point of view. You can't control that point of view. They're gonna believe I'm egotistical if I want boundaries and just have this self-confidence that they don't have. They're gonna believe I'm egotistical when I don't want to shrink myself to fit into the group, when I want different, weird, and my unusual self, regardless of how they feel about it. They're gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing? What's wrong with you? Who do you think you are? All these things. And there's just so much to life that I've just like really not wanted to be a part of it because of it. Because there's just so much like negativity, judgment, all these things. Definitely in today, with all the internet, all this being popular, famous and stuff is like a big thing, and all the kids want that, right? All the kids want acceptance, so just realize that acceptance isn't everything, and people probably aren't even that good of friends, and they're just all just trying to, seem a certain way. And I was never one to even look towards the future too. I was very negative in my head too much. I had a lot of experiences in my life, like when I was 16 and growing up around that age, like 12 to 16, I was seeing my parents through like set up meetings because they weren't allowed to see me. I had to, like, some people know what that is, but like you have to go to these places, agreed places, and then meet your parents for like a set time, like an hour. And yeah, it was very depressing and just sad, and to see like be like this. Then when I got to age 16, my dad had died of a heroin overdose. So I just didn't want to do anything. I was crying in my bed, sleeping on a couch at the time, and I just wouldn't get up from that couch for like, I didn't get up for a while, for like a week. It crushed me, it made me realize some things, and also spirituality. Care if you guys think I'm crazy for this. Some people don't believe in spirituality or think it's anything, but I do feel like it was like kind of an awakening or whatever you say. Certain experiences where you have like these big awakenings, these big realizations about life that you didn't have before. I realized that I can take control of my life. Soon after, I decided to pack some stuff, and then at first I just started walking everywhere. I just kept walking, sad and gloomy and shit. Towards the end, it was sad and gloomy. At the first, it was exhilarating, and like I just walked and walked, just no destination really. I was just sad, I was going through something, and I just kept walking, and then at the time I was very angry at everyone in my life. Like I wouldn't care about this perception anymore, this shrinking myself, because I was constantly not trying to get into trouble, and I was just being this scared little kid from up until this point, right? And it broke something in me, and I just ran away from the house. I started walking, walking people's backyards. It was at night one time, and there's these dogs barking at me. And then I think someone saw my silhouette in their field. They're like, "What are you barking about, dogs?" And then they fucking said, "Go get them." Sent the fucking dogs after me. Swear to God. Straight fucking horror dream, nightmare. And I started running and just jumped over a barbed wire fence real quick. I think I cut my jeans open. Something. Eventually, somebody called the cops on me. Some old lady fucking got my ass good. I was laying on like the side of just the road in the city too, like Jinx, because I'm in Oklahoma, and I was on the side of the road laying down, and then they pulled up to me like, "You need some money for food?" And they realized I was young, so they called the police. Told me to go get some pizza at this gas station. They called the police to the gas station. So yeah, she fooled my ass good. And I did actually go get that pizza too, but I walked out and then police pulled up on me. They took me to the station and then they looked me up and they got me home. So this time I was realizing a lot of things. I felt about everything. I don't know what I wanted to do about it. So I decided I went home and I conjured up a little plan. I got home and I decided I would call my grandma. I don't know, remember where I got her number from, but I saw her one time. I think it was at that funeral, Dad's funeral. Yeah, I told her to come go to my school, and then I packed up and ran all the way to the school fast as fuck. I was dying of breath. It was pretty far. I should have just told her to fucking come closer to the house, but I ended up running like a fucking mile to get there. And I didn't want them to leave before I got there, so I was like panicking. So I did that, and then I went to live with her for a little bit in this little Tulsa, this little trap house.
Real trap shit.
My grandma is a little. Don't want to talk bad about my grandma, but she's a little tweaker. And the electricity wasn't working. Electricity bill wasn't paid. And yeah, I stayed there for about a week or two, and then my but I stayed there for a week or two, and then my other grandma came and picked me up. So I went to live with her, and then I realized the grass was not greener on the other side. Continued to go through shit. Realized she was also a little bit of a bitch, and yeah, this is where I met my two other cousins that lived here too. So we went over and snatched up all the kids, all my siblings and stuff. I have a sister, brother, cousin that was living with me at the other house, my step grandma's. So we went and gathered all of them up and brought them over to my grandma's house. And now my living situation had completely changed. Yeah, it was very strange transition. I had a lot more freedom, I felt like, but it's also very stressful. You put a lot of stress on my grandma on my dad's side now that I had no idea who she was until now, really. Like, I've met her maybe a few times, but and now she has all these kids because there's four of us. So yeah, it was strange, and we had a little bit more freedom, but they had problems too. You know, all homes have problems. I realized that not everything is sunshines and rainbows. And I started to go to school here. Met my uncle who also lived. We lived in this little trailer house in this small little trailer park. And I met my uncle who's crazy, and he lived in the trailers. So I had to move with him a couple times because grandma's, had mood issues.
So I went on a little side tangent here about this was before I moved when I lived with my step grandma and grandpa.
He had this little, he owned a little farm with dogs on it, which were treated like shit. And they were not in good living conditions, but we took care of them every once in a while. And then this is where my hatred for pets grew, because these dogs would bark at me and scare the living shit out of me because they were like twice my size. I'd have to go in their cage and I have to scoop up the shit out of their cage. So yeah, that was fun. We'd fill big dog food bags with shit in it and just get rid of them every week. So yeah, it was a great time of my life. Yeah, and the puppies would die. You have to bury them. So I don't want to take care of pets anymore ever. But like living with trauma and shit, it's like hard as hell. Like I'm not saying my things are that terrible, you know. There's so much worse out there. And I don't know how people actually continue with those things that are way worse, but because I'm already struggling with what I got, so I can't imagine. And when I was living with my at the new place with the grandma, some shit happened. It's not my thing to tell, but something that impacted me, sent me into another spiral of depression. I didn't react how I wanted to. I was stun locked for a little bit.
And
Realized how people are like stuck in these patterns and these behaviors, these negativity, these toxic things. They make other people feel like that. Like the people made me feel like shit and like bad and just like I was a problem and all these things. I didn't really have anyone to lean on at these times. Like no one can understand my own point of view and my pain, and just no one to hold me. Nothing. All the people around me are not nice, and they're just stuck in these toxic and negative ways in their own mindsets. And yeah, I was just like trying to navigate all this and struggling. But I just held on to a little bit of hope and, a little bit of self-love. I just was hoping that I had a future that would be really cool, really awesome, and it's like I had some confidence in myself. Like you realize that you are like this special person when all these people are like doing this shit to you. Because why would they do this to you if you feel all these people ganging up on you, like all these experiences? You realize you like mean something, you know? All these people, you like this. You have to have some type of confidence and like something that triggers them. I got in fights in school a lot too. When I was in before I moved in with all of them, because I tried to not get in trouble anymore. I just tried to stay to myself, but that's not good either. You need to like get out of your shell. But there's not many people like I don't think I was meant to find anybody like my people yet. I'm still looking for them solo dolo, but I need to be more open to just talking to people, even if they're not gonna be here long term. Yeah, I got in a lot of fights because people would just fuck with me when I was trying to be left alone and in my head too much. People would like come up behind me, slap my neck, and then I plotted, and then after once I got in the hall after class, I just jumped them like a freaking psycho. I don't promote violence, because there's better ways. But sometimes, I don't know. Someone hits you like that, don't take disrespect. Don't take disrespect from anybody, and don't take people's judgment to heart. Because people will judge you constantly from your actions. Even when they've done things way worse, that you don't know about. But they know your struggles because they are in your life when you're when you're growing, when we're just men who think they could just tell me I'm so wrong for doing things. I'm so terrible for. Like, there's this time when I just used a girl when I shouldn't have, and it's fucking. I regret it severely, but they made me feel real bad about it, and like, I was a shitty person, which I was, but. And maybe it helped me realize what exactly I had done, but it's not. Don't let anyone treat you like shit just because of some bad experience. We all learn and we grow. I shouldn't be held to this possible standard. feel like I'm held to an impossible standard because all these people think I'm something, they're all on my dick all the time. My family, everything, because I have this way of being, I have this mind or whatever that I was given, and I have this glow, this good heart. Like I try to stay pure, I try to stay doing good things in the face of adversity. I'm a freaking superhero. No, just kidding. But I've definitely made a lot of mistakes, and it feels like they just made me feel so fucking shit for all of them. And I've made myself feel bad for all of them. I held myself to a high standard because of all these people and these things. And yeah, it's just it's a lot of stress and stuff. And I just want to kind of live my life, and I just want to have some friends and stuff and just be wild and free and young. And I missed out on that in high school. I didn't get, which is good because I probably shouldn't have been. I definitely had some girlfriends but I wasn't having a bunch of sex in high school like all the other guys and girls were doing all these. I wanted to have, some experiences shit in high school. They're all horn dogs, fucking everybody. And a bit of a late bloomer, so told a girl that we would be more, and I was just thinking with my dick, and then we just fucked her, and then I was like, goodbye, see ya. And I didn't know what I wanted at the time, just to, I want to give myself some, defend myself a little bit. I didn't, like, I was still kind of sad and shit, like, my sadness and everything, and all this shit was weighing down on me, and I was in my head all the time, confused. But no excuses, I definitely shouldn't have done that, and from the start, just been clear, like I was lying, I was manipulative, even if I wasn't fully aware. It was bad, and yeah, so I need to never do that again, but I think I got my karma, because the following years, I met another girl, I graduated high school, I went to basic training, because I didn't know what I wanted and where I was going, and I was just confused. It's 3 months, and then when I got out of there, I realized I didn't want to be a part of that. And I met this girl before I even started this. Girl, we did a bunch of nasty stuff. We, had this young love, really good moments at first, and then it turned bad. Started to see, sides of each other we didn't like. Started to see who she really was, who I really was, and how insecure and everything that I was, and made me realize what I really wanted in life and what I wanted in a girl. And I got my heart broken because I loved someone too hard that didn't know how to love back, truly love. It was fake love at the beginning. I realized it was fake, and that they didn't have my best interest at heart. So I realized I was being manipulated and stuff, and then I had to break up with her. And it definitely put me through a bunch of mental stuff. I was questioning reality and everything at the time. Like, what's my purpose? Why do I have to go through all these things? Why do I have to deal with all these people who are just don't love me? Like, I've never met anyone who genuinely cared about me my whole life. Like, where was this? Where's like real, genuine friends and connections at? And, I would realize I wasn't right. I'm not right within. Trauma has and it's just everything has affected me, and I wasn't being a good person. I wasn't being right. I wasn't being all that. So I had to deal with my karmic relationship, my karma, and just negativity that you put out comes back and wakes you up, makes you realize where you've gone wrong, what you've been doing wrong, how you've been behaving wrong, what you need to do to change that. So I did end up getting my heart broken then, just trying to heal all the negativity and the trauma and stuff at this time. And I also smoked a little marijuana and kind of lost it. Like I had all this tension and stuff was building on me. I was letting people from the outside affect me. People were talking shit to me, and I realized they were doing like sly sort of tactics to make me feel like shit and make me feel bad and just put me down, shit on me. And they were doing it very sly and shit. And trying to just make me lose it and lose my mind and just break. And it kind of did my own way. I kind of smoked but I lost it. Like went 100 on the freeway with my car. And then I pulled off the side of the road. I just got in a fight with somebody. Jumped through someone's window. But I was completely naked. I don't like to talk about this. This is not something I'm proud of or I'm pretty embarrassed about, but it's just a lot of emotional turmoil and again, mental warfare, just stuff like this. And I think I smoked and then I feel like with smoking weed, you just come to a lot of conclusions about life and what's going on. And kind of I just feel like I just understand people better, what they're really about, what their real intentions are. Like it enhances something sometimes. That's why I don't smoke at all, because I already have like a lot going on in here and just in reality. So I want to stay calm, collected, even around people who don't have my best intentions and just nasty people who hide their true intentions and just they pretend and they're just not who they say they are, and they're bad behind your back. So it makes you realize all those things. I won't smoke anymore. So I went to county jail after the police came and got me when I was going crazy. They tased me, pepper sprayed me. Fuck that shit. It fucking hurts. Yeah, because first they tased me. They took me to the hospital because I got some scars. And then I resisted them. So they pepper sprayed me, and then they took me to county jail, and then it was dirty as hell there. And it was just so dirty. I never realized, like, this is what jail is. The holding cells before you get processed into. I bet prison's way worse also, but I was in county jail for like 6 days. And in the holding cells, there's just a bunch of people. There's no space. Every little square inch is filled with a person. There's bed bugs in my county jail, and it's just gross on the floor. It's not clean. It's dirty. People are like all going through a lot of shit. You realize there's so much people going through shit. Just strange. We have all these thoughts going on and all this craziness going on up here and in the world that is just getting to a lot of people. Like you really need to realize I need to set my peace and everything myself just way up here, like at the utmost top priority on the list, to not let anyone interfere with that anymore, no longer take bullshit, no longer be scared to bare your teeth, right? To beat someone's ass if they fuck with you. To just let them know. Use your voice more. Because I don't know, I had been through some stuff when I used my voice to just tell people what I really feel and just be true. Tell them I don't like them. Stop doing this shit to me. I'm not afraid to fucking hurt you, okay? I don't want to hurt anybody. I'm not going to hurt anybody. Unless you physically force me to. I'd rather just use my voice and communicate that, but in the past I dealt with doing that and it had negative repercussions to just me and my family, my siblings, stuff when I was growing up. So I had been suppressed. My voice has been suppressed and everything. Confidence suppressed. Everything about myself. I suppressed everything. Feelings, all that, emotions, everything's just been suppressed growing up. Life tries to just silence you and just do all these things to you. And you just have to combat them. Just go through all of it and use it as fuel in the future to fuel your desires. Find your purpose. Find what you want out of your life and just keep going for that. And just kind of weaponize your experiences and all these things that have been used against you at what you now know, all the knowledge you gained from the experiences. Just weaponize them, use them to further your life to where you want to go. Where was I on my story? Yeah, I went to county jail and I realized some things. And then I talked to I was going freaking crazy in there at first. I will not lie to you. I talked to some real fucking psychos. Yeah, that made me calm down a little bit. And then met some people who also calmed me down and talked for a little bit. Sat by them, talked. Almost got beat up because I tried to help some guy write this number to remember on the styrofoam cup we got to fill up our water. There's a little toilet and a water fountain connected. Yeah, and he almost fucking punched me for trying to help him. That's gives you an idea of people. Some people don't want help, some people don't. Kindness always isn't always the answer. Sometimes aggression is the answer. Some people only respond to aggression. Some people only know when to stop if you fucking have to put your foot down, They only know to stop if you put your foot down. Otherwise, they'll just keep running you over. So, I didn't want to accept that for a while. I just wanted to be on my own. I wanted to be left alone. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to do any of these things for a while. But I realized if I want to improve my life, I'm going to have to be open and really passionate in areas I want to be. I'm going to have to just not let anyone's negativity affect it, or their opinions about it fucking bother me, or just perceptions of me bother me. I'm gonna have to be seen. I'm gonna have to be in the open to get what I want out of life and stuff. And I don't need to hide. Like, there's nothing to be afraid of. There's no one gonna hurt me, and even if they try, I'm just gonna fucking try to hurt them back. Really, just how you have to go about life. You have to have some aggression. You gotta be firm, stand strong. And some people just don't want to do that. They're not there yet. And some people take advantage of those people, the wolf and the sheep thing. Yeah. I got attacked by a bunch of wolves. They tore me apart. They freaking got me. They got my ass. Luckily, I survived, and I was only wounded, and I have reincarnated into a ferocious lion. A ferocious lion. and I'm still like kind of scared to do things around others, like be my genuine self and record videos in front of people and just stuff like that. I know I need to stop being afraid of it. Like, I don't like when things are uncomfortable around people. I don't like being uncomfortable around people. Then I started talking about avoiding conflict and just stuff like that. But you can't just be in a mutual understanding with everyone. So you can't be kind to people who aren't going to be kind to you. Treat them how they treat you, basically. Don't overreact though. Like, you really need to. Some people like really try to trigger you and get you to do things you shouldn't, that are only gonna fuck up your life more and make you go to jail, like if you beat them up or anything like that. Really hold some restraint, self-restraint. What else? So now I'm at a point where I went through all that stuff, right? Honorable mention. I also got real sad in middle school because yeah, I was too timid and a girl broke up with me because I was just too boring and shy. And that really fucked me up because I like this girl a lot. You know, when you hit your first crush, it's kind of how it was. So yeah, broke my heart for a little bit. So my heart was already been gone through a lot of damage throughout the years. So that's why I think I'm able to recover still. Probably good that I was broke multiple times before I got here to where I'm at. So I'm kind of ready. I know what I want in a girl. I don't want to say I'm ready to pursue yet because I really want to focus on my own shit. I don't want any distractions because I need to stop letting girls distract me so much too. Cause like I don't like the person I am when I have some attraction towards someone. Like I'm always looking for the message. I'm always trying to be, not show too much attention. Wait fucking an hour or something after they text. I don't want to look too this or that. Cause like I generally don't have much going on, so like I could text you whenever, but I need more. I need to do more and just whenever I'm reading a book or like trying to learn something and I see a text, that's like all I'm gonna think about is like, man, I want what she sent me. I want to go text her. I want to talk to them. It's like, oh my gosh, this is stressful. It's hard to like just set boundaries and not give them so much affection and stuff. To seem too desperate and stuff. I hate the game of relationships. I really do. The game of love. It's like, oh my god. It's great. It's kind of fun. But damn, is it fucking just like the chemicals or whatever releases in your brain. I don't know. It'll have you going crazy. It'll have you all fucked. That's all you can think about. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. But it's also like, oh my god. I love the first stages too. I love to get someone attracted to me. Flirt and just it's kind of manipulative, the first like relationships. Like a lot of things are just feel manipulative. Like, you have to put on a facade, and I think that's just part of life. So that you're gonna have to do things just because, even just because of appearances, and just to slow down. I need to make sure it's slow. But so right now, I'm trying to build something, and I don't want to let anyone interfere with that. Family or whatever. I can't get too like. A lot of times you need to step back in life, realize what's important, realize what you need to focus on, what you're putting energy towards. It doesn't even matter. Like attention towards it doesn't matter. Be really ruthless with time, energy, effort. Like I shouldn't care about all these people trying to fucking trigger me. All these people who are like negative. Like I still live with my mom, and her boyfriend are always, I don't know. They're just always having little arguments and little shit and just stuff. I don't need to worry about. They have their own opinions of me that I don't think are the right ones. I just don't need to pay attention to anyone else outside of myself. When I get around them, I just don't feel good. So I just need to I want to start not going to outings and stuff with them because I just don't feel good after. I don't feel like I can be myself. I don't feel like I can genuinely relate and just be cool with them. It sucks. Like being on this journey and being so alone is so hard. Like I don't want to be alone. I've never wanted to be alone. I've always tried to find someone to connect with, always find a girl or it never works out. So I think you're just destined to learn. You have to learn how to be alone. I feel like I should have learned by now after all these years. But I need to focus more on just trying to be wild, free, and have fun. Because I wasn't allowed to do that a lot. I definitely wanted to be more wild and free and just have more fun. I wanted to be the kid that was at the parties, was with the hot girls, that I wanted that attention. I wanted to be there. I'm pretty restless. I feel like it's my fault that I haven't had a lot of fun and experiences because I don't get out enough. I don't meet people enough. I don't try enough to get to go do that. I think it's just because I've held on to this weird, unusual thing, and a lot of people aren't comfortable with me being like who I really am at my core, just being very weird and eccentric and just not conforming to the group and stuff. So, but I think I'll find people who are like-minded eventually, and I don't want to be around those people anyway who just are like that. But it would be a lot more exciting and stuff like that. But it probably wouldn't be that great for me in the long run. But overthinking right now. Anything else? Oh yeah, so I've already just said I'm trying to inspire people. I'm trying to just have fun in video games, build a YouTube channel right now. That's my goal, and I've been doing TikToks too. Very random TikToks, some advice, just some silly stuff. I've been doing silly little dances and shit. I don't like being cringe enough either. I hate being cringe. And it's just one of those things that just stop you from, it's one of those bars on the cage. So I try to just not limit myself very much to one thing. I want to explore things. Hopefully I can. Yeah, so I'm starting to think about what I want in the future. And I haven't felt like this in a long time. I think about that Playboy Cardi song, a long time. And yeah, I haven't felt like this in a long time. I've actually been excited for things and where my life was going and wanting to pursue something like this. So I'm gonna keep grinding for it, and I'm planning my future now. So I'm thinking, do I want kids eventually? I used to think, what's the point? I used to be very pessimistic. I still kind of am sometimes. But yeah, I'm just trying to be let loose more, have more fun, and just allow myself to just be more happy and stuff. Actually learn things because I'm pretty stupid when it comes to I don't have a lot of knowledge. I have a lot of emotional knowledge and just how to navigate people and stuff. But I'm still a really bad communicator. I just know my emotions and stuff because I've been navigating them forever. I have too much emotions. Sensitive and also insensitive. I don't want to give a fuck about anything, and then I also do want to give a fuck about things. But think about what I want, because that's something you should think about. Don't think about if your life's gonna be over by the time you're 25 or something. I have no experiences. I need to do. Life's already over. I can't do anything. You just gotta actively take steps towards what you want. If you want to go to college, keep learning, keep trying to get those grades up, stuff like that. keep going to those classes. Keep trying to meet those friends to go to parties if that's what you want. And what I want is to kind of just put myself out there on the internet, and hopefully people like me, and then I can just do this, because I've tried to work many jobs and they've all sucked and I've hated them, and the people there have made me realize that I don't want to be there, because I just like, I don't know, not to fucking be egotistical, but I just feel like I bring a lot of jealousy and shit out of people, and like the negative people always fucking come after my ass, and I always, whenever I'm like really my true self and I just don't give a fuck about my perception and everything, I feel like I just trigger people, and then they fucking try to lash out on me or something, and I just bring a lot of drama. So sometimes you have to work and you have to deal with those people. I think just staying on the down low is what I would have to do if I need to work again, and I might need to do that, so I have to shrink myself and just try not to cause too much drama and stuff. I've tried that too, and just say it didn't work very well. Still, by not talking, they still got triggered by not, even when I wasn't even saying anything and I just stayed to myself. Boss still got triggered and got on my face and shit about fucking nothing, and then I had to leave. I just left that job because I'm not taking no disrespect like that. So I've realized that maybe, I really need to be my own boss or something, because what the fuck is going on here? I can't even fucking work. I realized I shouldn't have quit my job at Amazon, even though I was like, I have back problems. I think I have like minor scoliosis, and all my muscles on one side of my back. And I realized when I was rucking, all of the weight went on my one side too, my one muscle. Like none of it went to there, so I was just so strained on that side. But I have bad back problems, and Amazon, you could lift heavy boxes and shit, and it was just fucking me up every day. So I quit, but I realized I should have stayed there because it was actually freeing, and like you just go in, you clock in, and not many people bother you. You just work by yourself. You go to your station, you move packages to the thing. There's no time to talk to people really. There's like a little bit, but you can just not do it if you don't want to. And it causes no drama and shit. So I didn't realize how good I had it. Maybe I do one of those again if I need to work, because I really want to move out, and I just want to learn to be on my own, live on my own. Because I feel like I'm stuck here, and I have to deal with all these voices, all these people around me, all my family, and all this shit. My mom fucking yap, fucking screaming at me. I'm arguing, just listening to their loud ass TV in the living room, just all this shit. Just not fun. Yeah, I realize like I'm trying to look way ahead in the future too. It's not good to worry about the future, but I'm trying to think about what I want to do in the long run. Like, do I want children or not? Which I don't know about that yet. That's like very, I don't know. Because then I realized like they're gonna have to go through school too, and how bad school was for me. Like, I don't know what, homeschool them, and then there's those problems, and then there's these problems, and like, I think I turned out pretty good for my circumstances. I just don't know how they're gonna turn out. I think I just let them have their own story and see how it goes, I guess. It's kind of exciting if you think about it in that way. Like, how are they gonna turn out? And just be there for them and their hardships. Like, when that first girl breaks their heart, and then at least you can be there for them when no one was there for you. I don't know. It would be pretty cool. It's also like I have to worry about them so much, and the world today is like crazy. Like, fuck, man. If I lost a kid, I would be fucking destroyed. Like, what would that do to me, you know? Like, fuck. Oh, there's just a lot to think about. I'm about to cry just thinking about it. Jesus Christ. Damn it. Damn it. I'm trying to get hobbies and stuff too. There's just so much time in a day. Like, I feel like I spend a lot of it just standing fucking, or just like in my head about shit that doesn't matter. And a lot of times I spend it just like in automation, what is it? Like I'm not there, I'm not fully there, but I'm doing the actions and stuff. Like shower, bathroom, fucking drink water, fucking do this, that, and the third. Just don't get me started on freaking where I live. Where you live is like a big factor. I don't feel like I have access to much exciting stuff. I've always wanted to have my reckless era when I drive around with like all the bad kids and we do a bunch of bad shit, like, you know? I wanted that and just feel wild free. I think a lot of people want that. I wanted to have that, but it also doesn't set your life up in a good way. I think you could still recover, but you could fuck it up and you could get yourself in a bad situation where you get hurt or worse, you know. Doesn't set up good for jobs, but there's other ways to make money now than jobs, and just jobs with criminal records. So I don't know. Life's pretty boring. Just stay a goody two shoes and like stay on the straight and narrow. It's so hard to decide. I could live that life. I'm a little late, and now it could affect me a lot more that I'm older. I could get a lot more time for doing stuff like that, to do being reckless, but I mean, look at me. I don't know. Doesn't feel like I was freaking designed to do this, to do that type of thing. Even if I wanted to be young, reckless, I just feel more free and stuff. I can just do that in my own way. In a fun, lawful. And I want to live like a mature person, I think. I think I'm past wanting to be a bad kid. I kind of just want to live and enjoy like just some parts of life, like a new relationship, a good relationship, good friends, um, have some fun. I don't feel like I want some good friends I can go places with, laugh, and have a good time. I have a lot to learn to prepare for the future. Because I want to own some house. I want to have a bunch of adventures, maybe like going out and camping and doing some bushcraft stuff, going into the oceans, like hunting. I want to travel, see new cultures and stuff, meet random strangers in other countries, try to learn their languages, maybe, and I want to see how good it could get for me, you know? If I really put my mind to it, I want to see how good it could get. That's what I want to do. Like, I don't know if it could get good. I know, I think about all these things, and it's like, it kind of seem mundane and like typical. Doesn't seem as great as I think it would be, but you never know unless you actually do it. It's just that pessimist side to me. Experience it for myself, then judge. And I bet it's gonna feel a lot better than I think. I wanna inspire the masses. I wanna inspire the masses, bro. See me up on stage like Martin Luther King fucking Jr. I had a dream. Yes. Can't prepare for everything. You know, there's gonna be experiences that are out of your control, which are good. Which is a good thing. I don't want to control everything in your life. I have some control issues of my own. And plenty of other issues, but I am a human being. I'm happy, I'm healthy, and I'm a human being.
I feel happy. I feel healthy. I'm a human being.
There's nothing else. I'm dragging it because this is like, this is so good for me to do. Y'all understand. And then I'm just like dreading going back to doing whatever else I have to do. I think that's just part of me. It's like, doesn't like my present moment. I'm not enjoying it, you know? It's not exciting or fun or anything. I think that everyone struggles with that a lot. Like, I genuinely have nothing going on that's exciting. Like, I'm improving myself and improving my situation and trying to go towards something, but I still have stuff. I feel kind of stuck where I'm at. I don't have money. I'm 21 at my mom's. I have a court case going on. So that's my present. My present isn't where I want it to be, and it feels overwhelming. Feels like it's crushing me, kind of. And I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna be the repercussions of what I, uh, of when I lost it and did something bad. Which it was well deserved, or whatever the repercussions are, you know. I still have to go for these goals. Still try to accomplish the goals no matter what. So, fuck me. We'll persevere eventually, even if it takes a while. Anyway, good luck out there, fellow travelers. I wish you the best. Good. Bye.